So Moin Moin and welcome back to my Lizardmen campaign, leading Kroq Gar on the Mortal Empires map against dwarves. It wasn't planned, but well, now we're doing it. We're killing the zombies. No wait, we aren't orcs. So we are trying to set foot into the north, improving our standpoint right here, maybe getting a peace treaty after that, if not trying to conquer to the west. Further north, I don't think that I would... Oh. Yeah. I don't know if I want to really go for the dwarves now, like for the most part. But for now, we are at war with them because of my stupidity. And we will deal with that. We have also a war with Chilea because they are dwarven allies. And then we are at war with the other dwarves to the west that are also at war with the vampires. Somewhere over there are skaven. So we have to think about where we send which army. And we are recruiting a second army, because why not? Yeah, we still have our skinks improving our income throughout our empire. We have you, and yeah, you're supposed to move, aren't you? We have you. You're supposed to move as well. Yeah, and then we'll end the turn. So, there was a pause in me uploading videos because we had like a change of routine over here. So now I am bringing our daughter to the kindergarten, and so I have to bring her to the kindergarten before I can record. And yeah, the last week that wasn't possible. And as well, I have a lot of work projects going on that need my attention. And sadly, I don't earn any money with YouTube, so I have to do my work. Yeah. The last time I recorded was the day before they announced their Saga game. To that point, I was already like, I already thought that it will be a Viking one. Race of Sack, the following Death Gorge. Race of Sack. Race of Sack. Okay. Yeah. 10 turns. Yeah. Yeah, and it is a Viking tale. It's Bretonia, no, Brittany, Thrones of Brittany, but I think that you all know that. So, why am I mentioning that? We have like shit ton of walls here, fused beer kegs. Oh, well, yeah, it's had something to do with the law. The beer of the dwarves technically isn't like beer, because it's like such a high percentage of alcohol that it could burn. So, well, it gives Orgelgun, Iron Breakers, Slayer. That's shitty. Iron Drakes and Thunderers. It's a real army. So we will replenish and chill for now. Maybe we'll go for Death Gorge first. Although it's quite far to the south. You like handy dandy now.
I'll ignore that.
But you are level 6, and the one that I'm sending to you is level 8 already. So not that much of a challenge to know which one I want to send. North, we have that building. We don't have. Question: what don't we have? We don't have a sacrificial altar, so take. I will build one of them. I don't want to have those everywhere, so maybe a star chamber. We aren't trading anymore. We'll get rid of you. And yeah, I will wait. He is still recruiting. Oh yeah. Yeah, but for now you will need them, but you don't need them right now. Oh no, you have a shit ton of missile units. Why haven't I noticed? So yeah, I want to upgrade that. And then we would need the obsidian. Ah well. Yeah, you could do something. Oh, you couldn't. Yeah, I talked a lot about the Thrones of Britannia campaign in my vampires campaign, and yeah, I think that they're how can I put that? There are a lot of good opportunities in there, but besides that, I'm not quite sure. We have to see what they'll do with that. I mean, the era is, yeah, it's interesting. It isn't a bad era. It's not like, oh no, why do they go for that? But at the same time, it's not like I would say, oh yeah, I've been waiting for that for all my life. So my hopes for the next big historical part is still on China. I would love to see China total war, but it could as well be like something totally different. Even though I wouldn't know what they do, they do something totally different. So I will change that. Yeah, I talked a lot about the mechanics they could add and should add, because for me it's like a bit of both. So when we look at the Warhammer parts, what is there that they could use? And there is a lot. That's a good idea. I could get like damage wall up and the specialist up. And I could break walls before I go in. So, but what is there in Warhammer that they could use in Britannia? There's quite a lot, because there is the slave mechanic, they could add that awesomely for most factions. Most importantly for the Vikings, because they were taking actual slaves. They called them that, or that's what they were told. And then there are the peasants, and the German word for the peasants at that time is better, because nowadays we tend to call them farmers, even though they weren't simple peasants. They were Leibeigner, as they say in German, and that's a totally different thing, because a Leibeigner, that means that you are owned by your master. That's the point with the system. That was the same like in most parts. They didn't call it slaves because that was unchristian. But technically, all the peasants were slaves. They had to ask for permission to marry. They could be married by the lord to whoever they felt like. They could be removed from the land they were given by the lord. They could be forced to serve in the army. All of that stuff. They weren't free people. Unlike like Roman citizens and all of that. There weren't many citizens at that time. You have to remember that. They were mostly like... Fuck shit, word. Yeah, I fucking don't know where you are, but I simply want a peace agreement. If you just spawn like within my territory or something batshit insane like that. So, back to the point. You could... I'm arguing that you can put in the slave system for all... Oh no, I want research. I don't want thousands. Because you could just say that for the Viking in slavery, and they get like additional bonuses, something like that. That would work. Would represent it quite well. Let's check out. Yeah, let's improve that one. You're still leveling up, boy. Now you are handy. And that's the reason I think that they could, without problem, introduce the mechanic for other factions than the Vikings. So the Vikings, it would be important, but it would be lame if they would go the route they did with Warhammer, like just adding certain mechanics to certain factions. Like, okay, it makes sense that there isn't a loyalty problem within the Lizardmen, but there is a loyalty problem within the Empire, and a big one. The same goes for the dwarves in a different way. They should, like, that would be something nice for the Book of Grudges, that you lose loyalty. Like, you can confederate dwarves quite easily, but they will leave your kingdom in order to pursue their own ambitions, because you're not good enough as a dwarf. You have so many grudges, you don't do something against those grudges. But, well, I would like to see that in the Thrones of Britannia. Give them the loyalty system we have now. Give them the slavery system. Give them the system of the geometric web. Don't call it geometric web, of course not, but implement a system that improves your edicts in combination with which cities you own. Like, let's say you're playing as Wessex, who did a similar thing. They improved their infrastructure in order to face the Vikings. They improved roads, they improved communication within the settlements, and they improved the walls. But nice. Well, they're up there. That's nice. And that would be... Oh shit, I forgot to change the edict. Yeah, 2 experience. I want to get those. Because it would mean that I get 3 Chevron. Yeah, when you see, like, you could represent that in form of infrastructure between those cities. Make it that the infrastructure, so the building, the pylon building, would be just an infrastructural building. It wouldn't be like this awesome thing, but it would do the same thing. It will improve the income from all buildings by a bit, and it will improve the roads, for instance, or make the roads part of the small one. So, and you could implement that, and you can do that for all factions. Maybe give it to the Vikings a bit later, because they don't do that in the early game. Qatar, still that shithead. So all of that. So I wouldn't like to see them adding stuff simply for 1 unit. So that would suck. I could go 1 turn down. Kroq like one of those nice nasty monsters. But what do we want? Staggerdawn, Feral Staggerdawn, Bastiliton with a revivification crystal. And it's a handful. Okay, he has skinks on his back that do poison damage. Can heal. It's less than the solar engine. But you need a solar engine and that. I like the Bastillodons, even though the auto resolve doesn't give them that much credit. They are quite powerful, to be honest. So yeah, you can stand here. You're doing well. You have most likely replenished. So let's move. Yeah, so if you combine all of those mechanics, we could get like an awesome game. Would be nice to manage the slaves or the peasants. How you want to call it? It's the same thing. I mean, slaves in comparison lived quite well within the Vikings. There were rules that if you want to own a certain amount of slaves, you have to have a separate house for them because they wouldn't live in the same house with you, and it has to have like a certain amount of space. And there are things that you weren't allowed to do with the slaves. You were allowed to sleep with them and to force them to sleep with you, but you couldn't just stand in the street and just kill your slave, because that was like just cruel. And Vikings, even though many people like to see them as those crazy ass demonic cruel people, they weren't. I mean, they were raiding and pillaging, yes, but I mean, if that makes you a demonic son of a bitch, then Charlemagne was a demonic son of a bitch, and he committed genocide against the Saxons. So Charlemagne is a dick. That's the reason why I played the Saxons in the Charlemagne campaign, just to kick Charlemagne's fucking ass. Shithead. I don't like Charlemagne. I don't know if you've just realized. Oh, 4 more. But a lot of skinky skinks. They can push down vampiric corruption, so that isn't that stupid. For now, we'll need income. So that will be a nice fight. So let's do something like that too. Do I want 4? Yeah, I think that I want 4. It will take a bit. Well, I could do a right. It will last 5 turns. I could do it when I take them there. I could build stuff, but of course I can build stuff. Was there a town I could upgrade? Yeah, okay, town. That's quite important. Because that one is important. Don't want to lose that. It's my base of operations for further campaigns into the desert. Now, we'll have to wait and see what Thrones of Britannia is gonna be like. I mean, for the most part, that's we can't tell. They have shown nothing. They have told us like a small, tiny bit of information, but there's nothing you can really gather out of that. Like, there will be 10 playable factions. That's nice. I imagine that it will be like quite similar to the Divided Empire campaign, where you get carry out successful assassination attempt on. Oh, are you fucking kidding me? I'll get to that. Sad, because the Carnosaur, the Blessed Carnosaur one is awesome, but we won't be able to do that. He has recruited everything over here. We have I forgot to change that. I'm too stupid. Sometimes I forget a lot of stuff. Yeah. So yeah, I'm quite happy that they will release the Divided Empire one. I think that a lot of people have seen enough of fantasy monsters running around, and one of the things is that you can't really play that diplomatically with in Warhammer, because there are certain factions that they dislike you that much, and it makes sense. Like, you shouldn't be able to just chill with the dwarves and go to like the orcs and say, hey brother, let's chill, let's trade. No, that makes no sense. And the same goes for many factions, but for instance in my vampire campaign that's quite difficult, because if you have a bad start, I had a stupid start because I did a lot of mistakes, but if you have a bad start, you have problems because you're surrounded by enemies. Everyone dislikes you. That was especially true in the beginning of Warhammer, where there was like only the vampiric factions. Like, you would start as Manfred von Carson, and there was Tempelhof and Schwarzhafen, but they were meant to be killed by you. And it wasn't like planned that they become allies and help. The same was true for Mousillon. I mean, Mousillon is their bad. It feels like since they introduced Bretonia, it isn't like They're like, they aren't that easily killed anymore. Does this gives me a bonus against men? Sadly not. So let's get Fosika. And so you don't have real allies. Now you have like Necroc Brotherhood to the south and all those Vampiric corruptions here, Vampiric factions. But let's face something. If Camry comes out, they will be gone. You have to keep that in mind. They'll be gone. Wait, 3, then we would have 6. Yeah. Let's get some spears. Although they have a few cavalry units. A lot of spears, that would be the problem. The solar engine could have been. Yeah. So I will be happy to play Divided Empire, even though I'm not quite sure which faction I'm gonna play. Because for the most part I don't like Romans. The Gallic Romans seem like quite nice. They could be funny. Like, yeah. But for now I'm thinking of playing the Goths. They are the major faction, like from the 5 important ones that have like their special events and all of that stuff. They seem the most intriguing to me, mostly because they are the only barbarian faction you can play. You can play 3 different Romes. They sound quite different for the most part. At least they have like their special units differ. Yeah. And there it is, the fight of this episode. And how can we put that? Yeah, the other 5 factions, they aren't as, oh man, they don't get that much love, is what CA said. He said that the 5 heroic factions got a lot more love and therefore have a more intriguing campaign and more events and special buildings and all of that stuff. The other factions have special buildings as well, so don't get me wrong, I know that, but it depends on how important these events are. So most likely more famous YouTubers such as Hair of Carthage, Lionheart X10, and all of them will get a preview build. So let's hope for that, so that we can make ourselves a picture about what we're getting there, and then I will decide. For the most part, I think that most of the YouTubers will play one of the Roman factions. A lot of people will play Aurelian. I was surprised about that when I noticed how everyone was like choosing their faction. Oh shit, that was stupid. Choosing their faction for bibbidi bobbidi boobidi boo. For the Mortal Empires campaign, and they were all like, everyone wanted to see the Empire, and I don't get that. I mean, it's a fucking Empire. Who cares about the fucking Empire? But it seems like a lot of people fucking care about the Empire. They like the Empire. They want to see the Empire. They think Empire is cool, and that's fine. Go play the Empire. I mean, there's nothing wrong with playing the Empire. Definitely not. I was thinking about playing the Emperors a few times. But I don't. I didn't. Oh no, cavalry is... Oh, oh no, they can't get... when the deployment... Oh, okay. So, you and you, both of you have poison damage. You will be flanking. You will be like my special aggression force unit. Who will support. Although, let's put them on the other side. No, here will come an army. And then we have a ton of heroes. Oh no, that aren't heroes. We can't move groups, that sucks. Oh yeah. Yeah, that will be fun. Our hero is on the... how do you call them? Stegodon already? No, cold ones. Have to keep that in mind. So I will start the battle. Oh shit. So both episodes will be a bit longer. Isn't that nice? Okay. So we want to move in. Now we'll stop you. So you should So where are you? There you are. Hey, what's fucking going on? So maybe I should have done how to resolve battle. Where are you? Oh man, I'm so bad. Yeah. I shouldn't do stuff like that. I should pause. If you're still a noob and playing without pausing, just fucking pause. There's no sense like losing shit ton of armies just because you can't play the game. Oh wait, isn't that the point? Oh, fuck you. The worst thing is that I've lost most of my cavalry. And that's the reason why I play infantry armies. Like, I like to play everything that gives a shit about cavalry because there's a shit ton of cavalry. There's still shitheads shooting at me. So we will win, in big air quotes, this battle. But that's mostly it. So yeah, I definitely, especially in this larger scale battles. Okay.
The gods have abandoned us!
I mean, at least you get the feel of losing something. Oh yeah, you definitely want to get rid of you. And I mean, it's a pike spam. It's okay to lose against a pike spam at least. So you could please hunt down that one. I think that it will be nice for the Lizardmen when their first DLC comes out that brings like those shock and the shock air units, like those Ripidactyls? Yeah, I think that's how they're called. Ripidactyls. Are you riding? You are on foot. So heal yourself.
Ulrich's teeth! Retreat!
Oh, that's the general. So fast forward a bit. Okay. Oh, Vanguardian. Vanguardian? I mean, I've lost a shit ton of units. I mean, one of my cavalry. I mean, the units that normally do like a shit ton of damage did 2, and the other 18. But yeah, cavalry. I mean, it isn't like I don't know how to play cavalry. I played the Roxolani. Did a big Roxolani campaign in Rome too. And that's a shitty way to play cavalry when you only have cavalry and like the worst infantry there is in the game. So that you give a shit about them quite early on. And I have played now the Allans, but not that far, not that much. And before there was the update that gave them their unique army set. So for everyone that is just picking up Attila didn't know, there was a update that it was quite strange. They did like close to no there was close to no mention of that. They reworked the Allies, so they have a totally unique set of units. Not every unit is unique, but they're different than most factions. They're now way closer to the Huns, but they're still barbarians that can saddle, so makes a lot of fun. And the Huns suck, or at least no, the mechanic sucks. I don't like the idea of horde factions. No, I don't like it. So, I hope you all enjoyed this episode. I hope I see you in the next part. And thank you for watching.